everybody, it's Emily Dark Schooling, and it's time for a book haul. I haven't done a book haul since January, and I have bought quite a lot of things. My stack was getting out of hand. I had to turn it into multiple stacks, so I was like, okay, I think the time has come. So let's just talk about what I bought in the last 2 months. I don't have any particular order here. I was trying to organize, but honestly, it's just a lot. So let's just talk about it. These two things I bought with level 12 in mind, but I don't know that either of them are going to be in the level just because I don't have space. One of them is, What Does the Constitution Actually Say? A Non-Boring Guide to How Our Democracy is Supposed to Work by Ben Sheehan. I follow Ben Sheehan online. I enjoy his social media, and so I wanted to get his book, and I really like the way it's all laid out, and the way he breaks down the amendments in the Constitution, and it's exactly what it sounds like. He explains everything you need to know to better understand what the Constitution actually says. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I just wanted to have it. It's not going to be in level 12 because I already have a book there that I think is great and works really well in the time frame I have allotted, and so I'm just gonna have this. I also bought We Refuse, A Forceful History of Black Resistance by Kelly Carter Jackson. Again, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I wanted to find a way to use it in the level, but level 12 has so much stuff in it already, and to add new things, I'd have to take things out, and I don't think I can. It's hard. I'm still on the fence because I still like the concept. I haven't read it yet, though. I need to read this and see what I think. Honestly, though, this was almost just a cover buy because I love this book cover so much. But this is a nonfiction book about Black resistance to white supremacy, and it just felt like an important topic. I love reading about resistance, and I love lesser known histories, and I feel like this is something that doesn't get talked about enough, so I want to read it. I bought this thinking of level 12 and immediately went, never mind. Does anyone else just forget to check page numbers when you buy books and then the book gets to your house and you're like... I bought The Love Songs of W.E.B. Du Bois by Honorée Fanonne Jeffers. I don't think I'm saying that name right, but I'm sorry. But I have heard so many people talk about this book as being like a great work of literature. I've wanted to read it for a while. I was like, oh, I'm updating level 12. I should buy it. It'll be great for the level. It's way too long. I don't have space for it. But I still want to read it. I feel like this potentially, and I'm talking... Don't get excited. I'm talking way ahead. But at some point, I'm going to write a self-ed American history. This could maybe fit there. I don't know. We'll see. But maybe. I bought Interrupted Lives, 9 Stories of Child Survivors of the Holocaust by Amanda Friedman and Kelly Zaney. And this is a short little book with little biographies about people who survived. I have another book similar to this that is a graphic novel. This one is not graphic novel, but there are there's photographs of the people now, and them as a child. It's a little bit starker. I don't know why I bought this. I just saw it and was like, oh, I should get that. I'll read it eventually, but I didn't specifically need this for anything. I just wanted to have it in my collection. Okay, I bought physical copies of these 2 books, Max in the House of Spies and Max in the Land of Lies, because I love them. I read both of them already. I read both of them as e-arcs that I got from NetGalley. I love these books. I've talked about them incessantly. I think you should read them. I think everyone should read them. These are amazing stories about World War II, and Adam Gidwitz is a very gifted writer. He is writing these books almost as a treatise, almost as like a explanation for children as to why these things happened the way that they did. And he does an excellent job. I've reviewed both of them, So you can look at my previous videos if you want to know more, but they're excellent. My new favorite books set in this time period. I bought Everything We Never Had. This is by Randy Rebay. I bought this because it won the Sybil's YA fiction category. This is like a family saga set in different time periods. You're following the same family over the course of time, and I think you're following the men in the family, and that right there caught my interest because one, it's about a Filipino family, and it's about them like leaving the Philippines to immigrate to America. So you're getting an immigration story, and you're getting a story from the perspective of the men in the family, and I just think that's somewhat unique to what you see in YA currently. And it won the Sybil's, so I'm curious about it. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but it's a priority book for me. I really want to get to this. These next two were impulse purchases. I have just seen so many people talk about both of these books. I don't know what they are specifically. I've just seen them recommended so many times that I was taken in. I believe the hype enough to purchase these books. I hope I don't regret this. I bought Blood Over Brighthaven. This is by M.L. Wang. I know it's dystopian. I know it's fantasy because it's not set in our world. And I know it is like dark academia vibes because it is about someone training to become a wizard or something of that nature. But so many people have been recommending it lately, and I'm just like, you know what? Fine. It was my birthday month. I bought this in March, so I treated myself. Will I read this soon? Who knows? It has sprayed edges too. But like, I don't know what it is specifically. And I haven't really been, like, I didn't want to read any reviews. I haven't fully read the synopsis. I hope it's good. Same thing, but this time a different book. I bought The Will of the Many by James Islington. Again, I'm pretty sure this is like Roman-inspired fantasy, but it is also dystopian, I think. Again, so many people have been talking about it, and also I really love this cover. Like, I love it. I kept looking at it and debating over buying it. I've had this in my cart off and on for like months, and I finally went, you know what? If you're gonna buy Blood Over Brighthaven, you're gonna buy this too. So now I have both of them. I don't know what they are though. I don't know. Again, didn't really read the synopsis. I bought Wake Up and Open Your Eyes by Clay McLeod Chapman. I'm actually gonna finish this today. I've been reading it the last few days, and I'm like less than 100 pages left. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do a full review when I'm done with it, but this is such a wild ride, you guys. This is my first like full-length Clay McLeod Chapman book. I've read a few of his short stories and I really liked those, so I was like, I should get this. What a place to jump in. This is basically what if right-wing media turned its viewers into bloodthirsty zombies. It's really gross. Really wacky. Like, I have been like, what? The whole time I've been reading. I'm just like a constant like, oh my god, what? Ew, no, like the whole book. Like, I almost want to set up a camera while I'm reading it because I'm sure my face is like that the whole time. It's so weird, but I'm enjoying it. It's oddly fun read. We're like following a few different characters. You're following like a family, but also you're following like there's so much going on in this book, and it's like non-stop action too. Like, it's constant, just like weird thing after weird thing happening. But like, yeah, the concept is like our screens, our echo chambers are killing us, but like specifically the right-wing ones. So like there's fax news, there's like, he didn't even try that hard to change it. There's like, there's so many things. It's like an Instagram handle for this one person that she was obsessed with, and it like convinced her to go do all these fasting smoothie things that turned her into a monster. You have a kid who is like being inundated with like all these weird challenges that he has to do on social media until he like takes it too far. Like, it's so gross. But if you can handle the gross, I think it's a really fun read. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time, and I'm excited to finish it and see what I think. I bought Beautyland by Marie-Helene Bertino, and we're reading this for book club in April, so I'm really excited. That's why I bought it, because I knew we were going to be reading it. This is like an alien sent to Earth to record what they've learned about humanity and send it back to their home planet. I think it has like Resident Alien vibes, except make it less funny and more philosophical, which I think sounds great. So I'm looking forward to reading this with book club. I bought Confessions of the Fox by Jordi Rosenberg. I now have two options for written by a trans author. This is written by a trans author. And this is like people uncovering a history of these two people in London and like their experiences learning about them. I think if I'm understanding this synopsis correctly, and I'm trying so hard not to like read too deeply because I don't like reading the synopsis, but I also don't know how to explain this. It says it's an ambitious work of metafiction, and it's a queer love story. It's an action adventure tale with postmodern flourishes. It says Jack Sheppard and Edgeworth Bess were the most notorious thieves, jailbreakers, and lovers of 18th century London, yet no one knows the true story. Their confessions have never been found. Until now. Reeling from heartbreak, a scholar named Dr. Voth discovers a long-lost manuscript, a gender-defying expose of Jack and Bess's adventures. Is Confessions of the Fox an authentic autobiography or a hoax? As Dr. Voth is drawn deeper into Jack and Bess's tale of underworld resistance and gender transformation, it becomes clear that their fates are intertwined and only a miracle will save them all. I just thought this sounded really different and interesting, and I was super curious, so I bought it. I have The Bones Beneath My Skin by TJ Klune. I just saw that he had a new book coming out, so I pre-ordered it. I don't even know what it is, but it's TJ Klune, and I adore his writing, so I bought it. And I love this cover. It's so cozy looking. I want to crawl inside of it. But again, I have no idea what this is about. I bought A World Worth Saving by Kyle Lukoff. This is a middle grade story with trans rep. And it's set in our world. It says COVID lockdown is over, but A's world feels smaller than ever. Coming out as trans didn't exactly go well, and most days he barely leaves his bedroom, let alone the house. But the low point of A's life isn't online school, missing his bar mitzvah, or the fact that his parents monitor his phone like hawks. It's the weekly Save Our Sons and Daughters meetings his parents all but drag him to. At SOSAD, A and his friends, Sal and Yarrow, sit by while their parents dead name them and wring their hands over a non-existent transgender craze. After all, sitting in suffocating silence has to be better than getting sent away for advanced treatment, never to be heard of again. When Yarrow vanishes after a particularly confrontational meeting, A discovers that SOSAD doesn't just feel soul-sucking. It's run by an actual demon who feeds off the pain and misery of kids like him. And it's not just SOSAD. The entire world is beset by demons dining on what seems like an endless buffet of pain and bigotry. But how is one trans kid who hasn't even chosen a name supposed to save his friend, let alone the world? And is a world that seems hell-bent on rejecting him even worth saving at all? This sounds so good. Like, I really want to read it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Camp Damascus. If you've ever read that by Chuck Tingle, it has similar vibes, but this is middle grade, and that is, I think, YA. I purchased a copy of Junie by Aaron Crosby Eckstein. I have already read it twice since it was released. I read the ARC. I had the e-ARC that I got from NetGalley. I loved it. Immediately purchased a copy because I wanted to own it, but also I was like, this goes in level 12. It belongs there. So I've read it again, annotated it. I don't know if you guys can see, the lighting in here is terrible because of the weather, but I tabbed it up, added this to level 12. It is so good. Again, done full reviews of this, so if you want to see my full review, you can go check out my previous wrap-ups. But this is a story set right at the beginning of the Civil War, like before it even starts. And we're following a character who is enslaved on a plantation in Alabama and finding, like, she's discovering that her life isn't what she envisioned it being, and like starting to understand what being enslaved really means for her going forward. And it's so good. Like, If I can only recommend one book to you this year, I feel like this is the one. This is the book I'm going to be pushing on everybody. So, I mean, I already put it in Build Your Library because I'm like, everyone needs to read this. So, I thought this was really impactful, very beautiful, very moving. I've cried. There's so many beautiful passages in this book. Love it. I pre-ordered Rebellion 1776 by Laurie Halse Anderson. So this is like set at the beginnings of the American Revolution. There's a smallpox epidemic happening within the story, so you get a lot of like action, I think. I love Laurie Halse Anderson's books. I'm really hopeful that this is a new favorite. I'm hoping to get to this soon because I feel like I might end up writing a lit bite for it. This is a definite lit bite contender. I have Oathbound by Tracy Deonn. I was so excited for this. I'm prioritizing reading it this month. I've had it for like 2 months now and it's been staring at me. I love this series. This is the 3rd book in the Legendborn cycle. We're following Bree on this adventure fantasy story where she is like infiltrating this organization that is like based around Arthurian legends, and she finds herself in the middle of it. And I can't really explain more than that because like I don't want to give anything. This is a book that the less you know going in, I feel like the more impactful it is. Like there are so many twists and turns. Bloodmarked blew my mind. I liked Legendborn a lot and I really enjoyed that. Bloodmark was amazing and I cannot wait to read this. I've heard so many people raving about it. So soon, my friend, soon. Along the same lines, I have Sunrise on the Reaping. You don't even know how hard it was to get this copy in my hands. I had pre-ordered this months and months and months ago. Like the minute I heard about it, I had it pre-ordered. I was so excited. So excited. And it got lost. They lost it. They lost my book. It disappeared. I was like, what do you mean? They kept changing the tracking. It was like, well, it was supposed to get there today, but maybe tomorrow. And then it was like, well, if you don't get it by Friday, let us know and maybe we can refund you. I'm like, I don't want a refund. I want the book. So I got frustrated. I got my refund and turned around and I went to order it from my favorite local bookstore, from their online store. So I ordered it from Gibson's. Their website said in stock. So I ordered that. And they were like, oh, it's actually out of stock, but we'll get more on April 7th. And I was like, fine, I don't have time to read this right now anyway, but whatever. And then I was just waiting for it and it came in on my birthday. It literally shipped to my house on my birthday and I was so excited. So I finally got my copy. But it was a whole saga getting it. And I was just like so desperate to have it in my hands. I want to hold it. This is the Hey Mitch story. I know this book is going to hurt me, but I'm still going to read it and I'm going to revel in it. I love this story. I love The Hunger Games. It's one of my absolute favorite trilogies of all time. Didn't love Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I understand its purpose. Didn't love it. Think this is gonna redeem it though. I feel like this will make up for me having to live with snow for like 500 pages, so I'm very excited to read it. I also have Everything is Tuberculosis by John Green. Very excited to get to this too. Actually, these both were ordered together because they came out on the same day, so they lost this too. But I was able to get this relatively quickly because it was in stock. I'm so excited for this. Not a big fan of John Green's fiction, but I love his nonfiction. Like Anthropocene Reviewed was one of my favorite books, so very excited to read this. And it's also pretty short, so I feel like I'll get through this relatively quickly. And I have the newest from Neil Shusterman. I have All Better Now, and I haven't read it yet. And part of me is a little bit nervous about it. Like, what if I don't like it? I feel like he peaked with the Arc of the Scythe, and I'm scared now that I won't enjoy anything else he's ever written because that is so freaking good. But this is a pandemic story. It sounds really intriguing. I've talked about it a bunch, so I'm not going to go into great detail here, but I am hesitantly excited to read it. I have my 2 Nightworm packages that I got in, I think they're calling this? I don't know. Now I don't remember who goes with who. But I get Nightworms every month. They are one of my favorite subscription services. because it's woman-owned. They send you 2 new horror releases, and I could not for the life of me tell you. Oh, okay. That's March. So this is February. Yeah, okay. So the February theme was Lost and Found. I had the bookmark here. And the 2 books are At the Bottom of the Garden by Camilla Bruce, which I don't actually know what this is, and I don't remember. Oh, it's Gothic. Okay. It says a murderess becomes a guardian of 2 very unusual girls in this mesmerizing Gothic novel. Ooh, okay, that's all I need to know. That sounds right up my alley, and I also just love this cover. It's so stunningly pretty. I love the Gothic-y house. I love the green. Very, very pretty. Okay, and then I have Mask of the Deer Woman by Lori L. Dove. And again, don't really know what this is. It says it's a thriller. In this powerful and chilling debut thriller, an investigator haunted by her past and the mythical Deer Woman races to bring a missing girl home before it's too late. So we're following a detective, which is not my favorite thing, I have to say. I've never read a story with like detectives as like the main characters, like a detective story. I don't think I've ever read one that I gave 5 stars. The closest one I could think of is The Gods of Gotham, which I read ages ago. It's in level 12, and I did like it, but I liked it more for the historical aspect than from the detective story aspect. So this one I'm less certain of, but I'm definitely excited to read At the Bottom of the Garden. And then in March, the theme was, I don't have the bookmark. I don't know where the bookmark went. The theme was Animal Instincts. We got The Lamb by Lucy Rose, which I had been looking at because I was really curious. The cover had my interest. It's a folk tale and a horror story as well as a love story. And I think this has to do with like a mother and a daughter who live in a cottage in the woods, and the daughter starting to learn who her mother is and what it is she's doing. And like, I think there's some cannibalism aspect to it. It sounds intriguing. And then The Unworthy by Augustine Bezterra, which I don't know if I'm pronouncing right, but I was also like, I've almost bought this, and then I was like, oh wait, it's in the Nightworms, don't buy it. So this is the same author as Tender as the Flesh. I've still never read that, but it's like high priority book for me. This one sounds interesting as well because it's like a evil religion story. It has to do with like a woman in a convent. There's also a climate catastrophe aspect of the story. So I don't really know what this is, but I've heard many people talk about it, and I'm intrigued. To wrap it up, I went to one of my favorite bookstores for my birthday, and I got 2 things. Masquerade. This is by O.O. Sangoyomi, and it's been on my, like, watch list for a while. I have a list of books that I just, like, keep track of. Like, these are books that I might get eventually if I ever come across them in the wild. This has been on that list for a while. I was waiting to see if anyone ever talked about it because I hadn't heard anyone mention it. But it was really intriguing, and I'm still like, this cover. This cover is what really pulls me in. This is a story set, a reimagined 15th century West Africa. It says it's a dazzling lyrical tale of exploring the true cost of one woman's fight for freedom and self-discovery and the lengths she'll go to secure her future. It's got a map in the cover. Like, look at. This book is stunning. So, very excited to have a copy. I don't generally do this, but this caught my eye and I had to. The Bookery is one of my favorite bookstores. I really like their store, but their blind date with the book is scary because they don't give a synopsis. They give weird clues. And I can never guess what the book is. And it's always like the most feral, unhinged thing. We were there on my 45th birthday, and my husband saw this and was like, you have to get that. It says being 45 sucks. And I was like, you're right. I don't know what that is. I have no idea. I'm so scared. but we're gonna open it together. I've been hoarding this since my birthday. It's been like a week and I haven't opened it yet. So let's do it together, shall we? Any guesses what it might be? Being 45 sucks? Like what is it? I can tell you it feels like a paperback. If that helps, I don't know. But I couldn't guess, like, at all. But honestly, I can almost never guess theirs. Blind date with a book. Because they're always so wacky and unhinged. Like, sometimes it's just an illustration. Or it'll just say some random nonsense on it. Like this. Like, what is it? So, let's open it. I'm trying to, like, not destroy the wrapping. So I can take a picture later. But I don't think I can do it because the bottom will not open. Oh, okay, there we go. I got it. Okay, guys. Moment of truth. Oh, okay. I have not heard of this. It's called Amazing Grace Adams by Fran Littlewood. I don't think I've ever seen this cover in my life. And that's saying something because I am like entrenched in the book world. I don't know what this is at all. It got a read with Jenna thing. So obviously it's a book people have heard of. Okay, I'm going to read you the synopsis because I'm going to get my glasses. Because I am 45 and I require glasses to see now. It says, Grace Adams gave birth, blinked, and suddenly she is 45. The unhappiest age you can be, according to The Guardian. Perimenopausal and stalled. Today, stuck in traffic, she finally has had enough. To the astonishment of everyone, Grace gets out of her car and simply walks away. She sets off across London, armed with a 200-pound cake to win back her estranged teenage daughter on her 16th birthday. Because today is the day she'll remind her daughter that no matter how far we fall, we can always get back up. Because though everyone seems to have forgotten, Grace Adams used to be amazing. Grace is about to remind them of this, and, most important, remind herself. Okay, I am intrigued. This is not a book I would have been drawn to necessarily. I mean, I do like the color. It's pretty. I like the green. But I've not read a lot of things that are just about menopausal women. So I'm definitely intrigued by this, and I can understand this image. So, okay. I will have to prioritize that. If you've read it, let me know what you think about it, because like I said, I have not heard of it. So I don't really know what it is. All right, anyway, let's stack up. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to stop before I get any further up because I don't think I can actually stack all of these. What did I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I bought 26 things in February and March. I don't know where I'm going to put these. I'm going to need to do some reorganizing, restructuring, purging of the bookshelves to make some space because this is a lot of things to put away. But I'm thrilled with my book purchases. Like, I'm not sad about a single thing here. I've learned to accept that I will not actually read all the things I buy. But I want to own them anyway. Like, I want to give them a home because who knows what this world is coming to. Will I be able to access books in the future? Maybe, maybe not, but at least I own them now and I can guard my own little library. So anyway, let me know if you've read anything I've talked about today. If you think I should prioritize anything, I would love to hear about it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Happy reading. Bye!